ಹರಿ ಓಂ. ಸತ್ಸಂಗೀತ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ 2ನೇ ದಿವಸಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಿದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂಧುಗಳಿಗೆ ವೀಣಾವಾದಿನಿಯ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಕೋರುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇಂದು ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ಯೋಗ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ನಡೆಸಿಕೊಡಲಿರುವವರು ಈಶಾ ಹಠ ಯೋಗದ ಟೀಚರ್ ಶ್ರೀ ಪ್ರವೀಣ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಇವರು. ಸರ್, ನಿಮಗೂ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಶ್ರೀ ಪ್ರವೀಣ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಯೋಗವನ್ನು ನಡೆಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಲು ಕೇಳಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಿದ್ದೆ.
Now, what we'll do is we'll begin with an invocation. So, what you can do is hold right palm over the left palm. Those who are wearing spectacles, you can keep your spectacles aside. Now, this is called as an invocation. We are just trying to invoke ourselves in a certain way. So, hold right palm over the left palm, loosely placed in the middle of your lap. Okay, in the middle of your lap, loosely placed. Close your eyes, and you can repeat after me. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya Mrityorma amritangamaya Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Slowly open your eyes. Good morning, all of you. Namaskaram, and welcome to the yoga session. And it's wonderful to see all of you here in this campus. Now, before we do any yoga practices, I just want to know, like, how many of you have done yoga before? Any kind of yoga? Okay. And how many of you are how many of you heard about Isha Yoga or Isha Foundation, Sadhguru? Almost all? Okay. Now, basically, whatever the practices that we'll be doing here today, all these practices are, Isha-related practices. And see, before we do these practices, before we directly go into the practice sessions as such, just I wanted to give you some brief introduction about yoga. What is yoga? What is yoga? Anybody can say in any language, that's fine. What is yoga? Twisting and turning, bending, balancing. Okay. Any other definitions? Those who are doing at least. No, let's make this a kind of interactive session. It's early morning and all of you have just come out of your sleep, and now here also sitting like this, it's not good, right? What is yoga? At least say something. Upside down, standing upside down, So why I'm asking you this particular basic question is because, generally that's what it happens. We do certain things but without having a certain understanding about what we are doing, why we are doing, what is this, right? So from that point of view, it's important that we know something about this. What is yoga? What are the benefits of doing yoga? Why yoga? Is it enough if I do cycling, swimming, jogging, walking? Why I should twist and turn my body if it is only an exercise, right? See, when we say the word yoga, for many people like this, they might be having different understandings about the word yoga. For some people, yoga means, the first thing that comes in your mind is yoga. When I say the word yoga, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? Meditation. For some people, standing upside down with your head down and both the feet up, you think that, somebody is doing some great yoga, right? For some people, yoga means those twisting and turning, going to those impossible postures. And looking that itself, you will say, I don't want to do yoga, right? So like this, for many people, many understanding about the word yoga. Some people think that yoga means only exercise, right? Some people think that yoga means only therapy. Nowadays, you would have heard about this maybe in your house or among your friends. If somebody is saying, I have stress, anxiety, or some kind of any health issues, BP, diabetes. Now, either generally nowadays the doctors have also started referring that you please go and do yoga, right? If you have any health issues. So people think that yoga means it's a therapy. So like this, there are many understandings about the word yoga, right? Now some people even think that, if genuinely if you tell at your house that I want to go to a yoga shibiram for 1 week or 10 days, I don't think your parents will allow, especially if you say I'm going to ashram for 10 days to do yoga. Will your parents allow? No. Why? They fear that you will not come back. For some people, that's how yoga means. Yoga means going to the ashram or Himalayas and sitting in a mountain cave. These are the many definitions or understandings about or misconceptions about the word yoga, right? So let's understand, before we do any yoga practice, let's understand what this yoga means. See, yoga doesn't mean any of these things. Yoga doesn't mean any of your twisting or turning your body or standing upside down. Yoga doesn't only mean therapy. Yoga doesn't only mean aerobic exercise. Yoga simply means it's a way of being, basically. When we say a way of being, see how you are. It is a quality, basically, we are talking about. It's not the action that you do. So it is, simply if you are sitting here, how you are, how pleasant you are within yourself. That is what yoga means. So when we say how pleasant you are or how you are, that means yoga is a certain quality. Now when we say certain quality, let's take with an example. Okay, now you being maybe, at least I hope all of you are students in studying something academics, right? Now nowadays it has become a common factor, especially in your academics education sector. Competition is one of the most significant thing, right? Competition. How to get one more mark from, so how to get first rank, not even 99.9, how to get 100%. Now, if you get 99%, you will be getting something, scolding from your parents or, we have reached to that place. Now, in pursuit of getting these kind of targets, 99% or 100%, when the examination comes nearby, are you all happy when exams comes near, or are you kind of stressed out or feeling anxious? How is it? Anxious? Oh, unanimously all of you are saying the same answer, anxious. But other time, when holiday has been declared, how are you? Relaxed and happy, right? Now this is simply means, when something happens which you feel like, you don't like, basically, or when you feel like you are not capable of performing to the expected level, definitely you feel tensed. When you feel like relaxed and happy, definitely you are pleasant. So there are two things here. One, during one situation, as the exams are nearing up, you are feeling unpleasant within yourself, anxious, some people are tensed, stressed out. And when holidays been declared or general normal days, you are happy or pleasant basically. So these are the two things, right? Within yourself, you are pleasant and unpleasant. Now, see, as you step in to the higher and higher challenges, as you try to go through the process of life, now that you are students, maybe when you get, after maybe 2 or 3 years or 5 years, when you get a job, now job stress, job tension, exam tension as over, now job tension starts. After that, now promotion tension. When you go in every stages of life, once you get married, that's okay. But after 2 years, have you seen married people? After 2 years, 3 years, how they are? So I'm saying, in every stage in your life, we can see all these things. You need not go through these experiences, but at least you can see these things, right? Now that means in every stages in your life, as we go, there are situations or challenges where you will be always under some kind of tension or stress. Now what we are talking about is, if you create a certain situation within yourself, if you create a certain pleasant situation, you are pleasant by your own nature, I'm saying. You are not seeking pleasantness from outside. Oh, only if I go to a vacation, I'll be happy. Only if I go to a movie, I'll be happy. Only if there is a holiday, I'll be happy. Other times, I am unhappy. So right now, this is a situation. What we are talking about, the particular quality of yoga means, you have to enhance yourself or you have to upgrade yourself to such a state where you are pleasant by your own nature. Simply sitting here without doing any action, if you are pleasant by your own nature, that's it. That is yoga. So that's the quality that we are talking about. Now, how to reach that particular state? Right now, you are not in that state because, just now you only admitted when everything situation outside is good, you are also good. When situation outside is bad, you also become bad, right? Need not be a situation, even a person, maybe your friend or family members, if somebody, onto your face, if somebody calls you an idiot, how do you feel? You suddenly feel like, So that's how it is. Even a person can make you unhappy, even a person can make you, feel unpleasant basically. Now, from this particular situation, you have to elevate yourself to such a level where you are pleasant by your own nature, no matter what goes outside in your life. Outside the situation is not good, you are okay. Outside the situation is worse, you are okay. So I'm not saying you have to be smiley every time, or when the outside situation also is tense, it's not the point. Within yourself, how you are feeling. So how to elevate yourself to that particular state where we call as yoga. Yoga means it's a certain state of a human being where you are pleasant by your own nature. Now, listening to all these things, it is so nice, right? Going to that particular state. But how to reach that particular state? Is it easy? I won't say it's easy or difficult, but it's challenging. Unless we do right things, unless we do something right within ourselves, right things will not happen, right? Only if you do certain right things will happen, right? So there are certain laws in the nature, which we, all human beings have to follow. How there is a gravity. Gravity is a certain law of nature, right? If you go to a high up a building, and if you say that I don't believe in gravity, and you jump from the building, because you don't believe in gravity, whether you will float? No, that is a law of nature. Anyway, you will fall down. So like this, there are different natures, laws of nature. Now for this also, there are certain laws. So what we call as human being, just like that, it will not become okay. Some kind of striving is required. How to elevate yourself. Now that is what we are calling as yoga. Yoga means that particular state where you enhance yourself so that you are pleasant by your own nature. How to reach that particular state? Now to this, what we call as yoga practices. You would have seen or heard about asanas or pranayams or chanting, mantra yoga, nada yoga, right? So there are different methods how you can elevate yourself. So here, there are different yoga practices available, how you can elevate yourself. Today, because of time constraint, we will not be able to go through all these things. But can we do, would you prefer to do only, sitting yoga, or can we do some physical yoga as well? Yeah? You should say something, otherwise I will also sit quietly. Both? Okay, great. Thank you. At least somebody has said something. So, okay, we'll be doing both. Now, see, today first we'll be learning a simple practice towards this. The first and foremost thing, what is it that we are using on a daily basis to conduct the process of life? Our own body, our own mind. So how to keep this body, how to keep this mind in a good condition is the first responsibility, right? So right now maybe I can see some of, sitting itself, for some of you it has become so, so it is simply because we have not worked out how to keep ourselves, physically in a certain condition, because of which, even unable to sit properly. So what we'll do is, there is a simple practice called as Yoga Namaskar. Now this is designed to loosen up your joints, maybe loosen up your muscles, especially the spine muscles. And once you do this, on a regular basis, you will notice that not only physically you will be free, but you will be more alert, much, So your performance of your physical body could be enhanced just by doing this simple practice called as Yoga Namaskar. So shall we go through this practice now? First we will observe the demonstration, and then we will be doing the practice. First, there is a little bit of introduction about this practice. Now, what you can do is, you can sit with your palms facing upward. Okay, and you can have your spectacles on, that's okay. Orient yourself to the screen.
Yoga for well-being. Yoga Namaskar. Yoga Namaskar is a powerful system by itself. It activates the lumbar region of the spine in a tremendous way, strengthens the muscles along the spine, giving it a reinforcement so that as one ages, the collapsing of the spine, which causes pinching of the nerves, does not happen. And if already there's damage is setting in, the best way to regenerate your spine would be by doing Yoga Namaskar. It has all-round benefits for the entire body. Yoga Namaskar is a very simple and complete process by itself.
To practice Yoga Namaskar, you will need a light stomach condition. That is approximately 1.5 hours gap after having a meal. If you do not fulfill this condition, please skip this particular practice for now. Those with hernia and pregnant women in the 3rd or 4th month of pregnancy should avoid practicing Yoga Namaskar. Now we will learn Yoga Namaskar. This is a series of 7 steps. It will demonstrate 1 full cycle. Please observe. Stand with your feet comfortably apart and parallel to each other. Keep your arms and shoulders loose and relaxed. Eyes open. Focus on a point in front of you. Once your focus is steady, hold Namaskar by bringing your palms together in front of your chest. This is the starting position. As you inhale, bring your hands up above your head. As you exhale, bring your hands downward so that the heels of your palms come behind your neck. As you inhale, bring your hands straight up. As you exhale, bring your hands down in front of your chest. This is step 1. You do the same thing twice more. Step 2. As you exhale, make a sound from the pit of the throat. Step 3. The whole time, your fingers should be together, pointing straight up, even when you bring your hands behind your neck. As you bring your hands up, it is a full inhalation. As you lower it down, it is a full exhalation with the sound. After you do this 3 times, you squat straight down. Step 4. As you inhale, bring your hands up. As you exhale, bring it down behind the neck. As you inhale, bring it up. As you exhale, bring it down in front of your chest. Then, as you inhale, push your hands straight out in front of you, fingers pointing forward. As you exhale, making the sound, bring it back to the chest. Do this 3 times. Step 5. As you inhale, bring your hands up. As you exhale, bring them down behind the neck. As you inhale, bring your hands up. As you exhale, down in front of your chest. As you inhale, straight out in front of you. As you exhale, back to the chest. Once more, step 6, inhale, hands up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, hands straight out. Exhale, hands to the chest. Now step 7. As you inhale, push your hands straight out. Bring your knees to the ground. Lean forward and place your forehead on the ground. Stretch your arms above your head. Rest your palms on the ground. Place your hands together so that the thumbs and pointing fingers are touching, forming a triangle. Your elbows should be slightly bent. This is Balasana. Stay here until your breath stabilizes, or for a minimum of 2 minutes. Then gently stand up and come back to the starting position. This is one cycle of Yoga Namaskar.
How is the practice? Seems very simple. Shall we try once? You can come to the standing position. Those of you are wearing spectacles, you can keep your spectacle aside and adjust yourself in such a way that you have enough space in front of you. I'll guide you through the instructions. You can just follow the instructions and Jaga, Ideya, Hindigade. Okay. Now, you stand with your feet comfortably apart, approximately shoulder width distance, that's fine. Sit with that both the feet are pointing straight. Head straight and open your eyes. Keep your eyes open. Once the focus is steady, now bring both the hands in front of your chest into the Namaskar posture. Okay? This is the starting position. Now step number 1, as you inhale, gently raise your hands above your head. As you inhale, gently raise your hands above your head. As you exhale, gently lower your hands behind your head. Inhale, hands up. Exhale in front of your chest. Now we'll repeat this 2 more times. Inhale gently, raise your hands above your head. Exhale behind your head. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands in front of your chest. We'll do this one more time. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands in front of your, behind your head. Inhale, hands up. You do this slowly and gently. Exhale in front of your chest. Now, holding Namaskar, you sit in a squatting position. Holding Namaskar, you sit in a squatting position. Now, sitting in a squatting position, inhale, gently raise your hands above your head. Exhale, lower your hands behind your head. Inhale, hands up. And exhale in front of your chest. Inhale, stretch your hands straight in front of you. Exhale, bring them back. We'll repeat this 2 more times. Inhale, hands up. Exhale behind your head. Inhale, hands up. And exhale in front of your chest. Stretch your hands straight in front of you with an inhalation. Then exhale. Bring your hands back. We'll do this 1 more time. Step number 6. Inhale, hands up. Exhale behind your head. Inhale, hands up. Exhale in front of your chest. Inhale, stretch your hands straight in front of you. Exhale, bring them back. Now, you lean forward, place your hands on the ground in such a way that the tip of the thumb and the index fingers should be forming a triangle. Slightly above your head, your palms are flat on the floor, forming a triangle. You rest your body on your heels. Big toes are side by side touching. Stretch your toes out. Stay here with normal breathing. Now slowly come up. Come to the sitting posture. You can sit comfortably in a cross-leg posture. Sit comfortably in a cross-leg posture. How is it? Easy? Yeah? Easy? Easy. Okay. Can we do 3 more cycles then? So, without doing casually. These are a few things that we need to keep in our mind when we are doing Yoga Namaskar. Incorporating these corrections, shall we do 1 more cycle? Yeah? This time, let's keep all these corrections or mistakes in mind. Then we'll be doing it right way. You can come to the standing position. I'll guide you through the steps. Now, once again, you stand with your feet comfortably apart, approximately shoulder width distance. Both the feet should be pointing straight. Now, open your eyes. Your head should be straight. Open your eyes. Once the focus is steady, bring your palms in front of you into Namaskar posture. Now, step number 1, as you inhale, gently raise your hands above your head, fully stretched up. You must feel the stretch. Exhale, gently lower your hands behind your head. Make a sound from the pit of your throat as you exhale. Inhale, gently hands above your head. and exhale in front of your chest. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhale, hands up. Exhale behind your head. See to it that your palms are butting against each other. There is no gap. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, down. You can do 1 more cycle on your own. Once you're done with the 3 cycles, holding Namaskar, you can sit now as best as you can. So you sit in a squatting position, holding Namaskar. As you inhale, gently raise your hands, keeping the head straight. As you exhale, lower your hands behind your head. Inhale, hands up. Exhale in front of your chest. Inhale, stretch your hands straight in front of you. Exhale, bring them back. Step number 4. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale behind your head. Don't tilt your head down, head must be straight. Inhale, hands up. Exhale in front of your chest. Inhale, stretch your hands straight in front of you. Exhale, bring them back. 1 more, you can do on your own. Maintain all the key points. Your head should be straight. Palms are butting against each other. Now once you are done with the 3rd cycle, you can rest in Balasana. That is, lean forward, place your palms on the floor. Palms are slightly above your head. Not touching the head, it should be slightly above your head, forming a triangle. Keep all the 4 fingers together, including the little finger. Palms should be forming a triangle. Stay here with a normal breathing. End the sequence only after coming back to the starting position, that is standing posture. Then you can sit comfortably. So this is about Yoga Namaskar. Do you feel this can loosen up your knees and joints? Yes? Knees, joints, the other muscles, right? So generally we ask you to do this as a beginners. You can do this 3 cycles. So maybe if you required, you can use a modification of keeping the cushion or any kind of bed sheet rolled up. So whatever you feel like, you need some kind of support, you can do that. Don't worry, here we'll not be doing 3 cycles. Okay, I can see some of you already. Here we'll not be doing 3 cycles. Okay, maybe from tomorrow onwards, when you start doing on your own, you can do this 3 cycles. Now this is about some physical yoga. Now, see, as all of you are musical students, you would be knowing about the significance of sounds, right? Now, see, when we use our physical body and do some kind of physical postures and do yoga, this is called as asanas. Have you heard about this? Yoga asanas. Yoga means that which takes you to your higher nature. Asana means a posture. See, if I sit like this is a posture, right? If I sit like this is also an asana. If I sit like this is an asana. If I stand, that is an asana. If I lie down, that is an asana. So how many asanas or postures you can make in your body? Using your body, how many asanas that you can make? ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು? 30? 300? Innumerable, countless, right? Because, if you keep like this is an asana, this like, every posture, is an asana basically. But not all asanas are identified as yogasanas. Yoga means that which takes you to your higher nature. Asana means a posture. Only that kind of a posture which takes you to your higher nature is referred as yogasana. Okay? So using your physical body, there are 84 asanas, such asanas which are designed where if you just stay there in those asanas, you will notice that naturally the inner chemistry becomes pleasant. So this is called as yogasana if you are using your physical body to elevate yourself. Similarly, there is something called as nada yoga. So yoga means, once again, that which takes you to your higher nature. Nada means sound. So that kind of a sound which takes you to your higher nature is referred as nada yoga. Not all nadas are yoga. See, even we speak, we say something, we sing a song, but all these are nada only. But not all the nadas are, yoga. So there are only certain sounds which leads to their yogic state. So let's learn, maybe, is it okay if we learn 2 nada yogas today? There are 2 different nada yogas. You being musical students, it will be much helpful for you as well. How to keep yourself in a certain way especially. So first nada yoga which we will be learning, this is called as Amkar. Have you heard about the nada yoga Om? Yeah? So actually it is not Om, it is something different. So what is this? What are the 3 sounds which makes this Om? And what are the significance of these sounds? What are the benefits and how to utter these sounds? We'll just go through a demonstration first, then we'll be doing the practice. Once again, you can sit with your palms facing upward. You can orient yourself towards the screen.
Yoga for joy, Nada Yoga. Modern science is proving to you the whole existence is just a reverberation. Where there is a reverberation, there is bound to be a sound. So the whole existence is sound. The root sounds for this complex amalgamation of sounds are A, U and M. Without employing your tongue, you would be able to make only these 3 sounds, A, U and Ma. By placing your tongue in different positions within the cavity of your mouth, you get to mix these 3 sounds and produce all the other sounds. A, U and M are the basis of all the other sounds that you can utter. They are referred to as the basic sounds or the universal sounds. If you utter these 3 sounds together, you get the sound Om. These are the only 3 sounds that the system can produce naturally. If you utter these 3 sounds carefully, different aspects of your body are activated and energized. You will notice if you utter the sound A, the reverberation starts just beneath the navel and will spread right across the body, because this is the only place where all the 72,000 nadis or pathways of energy meet and redistribute themselves. This is the maintenance center in the body. Uttering the sound A strengthens this. If you utter the sound U, you will notice this point where the rib cage meets, just beneath that, there is a soft spot. The reverberations will flow from here and then move upward. If you utter the sound M, you will see the reverberations will start from the pit of your throat and generally spread to the upper regions of your body. Uttering these 3 sounds has innumerable benefits. If you are suffering from any psychological disturbances like excessive fear, nightmares or unstable mind or body, if your general constitution is weak, You tend to fall sick too often, particularly for children who have attention disorders. Daily utterance of these sounds for a few minutes a day will make an enormous difference. Uttering of these three fundamental sounds activates the three lobes of your lungs separately, which in turn activates the three basic segments of the body, the lower, the middle and the upper, laying the necessary foundation for the pleasantness of your being or for a joyful existence. Sit in a cross-legged posture. Place your palms facing upward upon your thighs. Listen to the instructions carefully before you start the practice. Open your mouth wide enough and utter the sound completely exhaling into the sound. We'll do this 7 times. Then shape your lips in the form of a circle and utter the sound completely exhaling into the sound. We'll do this 7 times. Then, by closing your mouth, utter the sound You utter the sound 7 times. As you do this, notice where the reverberations are happening, in which region of the body. Sound ah generates reverberations around your navel. Sound oo at the point where the rib cage meets, and sound will center around the pit of your throat. Now let us do it together.
Now, we'll be doing these 3 sounds. The first sound is sound ah. So what you can do is, you have to utter a little louder, okay? So that you must be able to feel the vibration. Now when you utter the sound ah, you just notice the vibration which starts just below the navel region and it spreads to the upper region of the body. So you just be with the vibration when you utter the sound ah. We'll be doing this 7 times. Then we'll be doing the second sound where you form a circular shape in your mouth and utter the sound oo. It is not o, it is oo. Ooh. You completely exhaling to sound. Now you will notice that the reverberation starts from just below where the ribcage meets. Just half an inch below that there is a soft spot. So from here the reverberation starts and it spreads to the upper region of the body. We'll be doing this 7 times. And the third sound is You close your mouth and utter the sound completely exhaling into it. Once again you will notice that the sound or the vibration starts just, at the pit of the throat and it spreads to the upper region of the body. So we'll be doing these 3 sounds 7 times each. Yeah? So when you are uttering the sound, see, the sound as such doesn't have any meaning. What is this meaning? There is no meaning. But the important or the significance here is only if you are being with the vibration when you are uttering the sound. So it becomes a Nada Yoga. Otherwise, these are just sounds. Yeah? Shall we do this now? Those of you who are wearing spectacles, you can keep your spectacles aside. Now sit with your palms facing upward. No need to hold any mudra, just keep it open, palms facing upward. Close your eyes. Now, let's do this together. Okay? We'll do this together.
Keep your palms facing upward, your spine comfortably erect. Please close your eyes. Take your own time. Take your own time. Slowly, very slowly, open your eyes.
Slowly open your eyes. Now, were you able to notice the vibration when you are doing this chant? Now, this is called as Nada Yoga. So you can do this, once again on a regular basis, at least 3 times a day. Hardly takes around 6 to 7 minutes, right? So you can do this 7 times each, Amkar or A, U, Ma separately. And you'll notice a difference within a few days' time. Now, the third practice which we'll be learning today, once again, this is also a Nada Yoga. See, when we say Nada Yoga or Nada, basically, if you being a musical student, once again, you have 7 different notes, right? Sarigama Pada Nisa. Now, if you utter them as you feel like, how somebody who listen to the notes, how they feel, if you say simply Sari, Pa, Ni, something, if you just juggle with these 7 sounds, how would it feel like? Whether it will be pleasant or unpleasant, those are listening. Unpleasant. Only if it is arranged in a certain manner, it becomes a music, right? Classical music. Only if you arrange the 7 notes in a certain pattern, it becomes music. Now similarly here, there are certain sounds which you arrange in a certain manner, they becomes Nada Yoga. Now there is one such Nada Yoga or chant. Now when we say this particular chant, see once again, just before we do the practice, just to give you a certain background about this. Any sound for that matter, any sound if you simply utter, it is a simple sound basically. For example, if you take a simple rock, it is a stone or a rock. Now the same thing, if you carve it, if you energize it, it becomes a murti in a temple, right? It is basically a stone. But you just give it a shape, some kind of shape, then you energize it, it becomes the same stone, becomes a powerful, what do you say? It's an energy space now, once you energize it. Now similarly, there are certain nadas, there are certain sounds, if you energize it and if you utter in a certain way, you will notice that it reverberates within you with a certain kind of vibration. So there is one particular chant called as Brahmananda Swarupa. Shall we learn this chant? This is a very simple 4-line chant. Now, when you utter this chant in a certain way, with a certain tune, and you will notice that, you will notice the difference, at least. Yeah? So first we'll learn this. There are 4 lines. I'll first go through these lines, and later we'll be doing this together. Okay? It has to be done in a certain tune. So first let's learn the lines, then we give them the tune, then we do them together. Yeah? Shall we do this? Are you all tired sitting in a cross-leg posture? I can see some of you are, really stretching your legs. You can sit in a cross-leg posture, fine? Okay. If you want to stretch your legs, that's okay. You can stretch your legs a bit, and once again, you have to sit back. Okay, fine? Yeah, okay. Now, even sitting in a cross-leg posture, how you can make yourself comfortable is, first you can fold your left leg like this. Fold your left leg. So keep your left leg as close to the body as possible. Then after that, you fold your right leg. Right leg also, you keep the right leg as close to the body as possible on the floor. So don't keep under or over the thigh or over the calf or under the calf like this. It has to be on the floor. So that when you are sitting like this, the maximum point of contact of your body should be in contact with the floor, basically. Now if you sit like this, you can sit comfortably for longer durations. Even if you are sitting in a concerts or, if you want to sing for longer durations, this would be the appropriate way where you can sit comfortably for longer durations, yeah? So this is a simple and most effective, powerful way how you can sit in a cross-leg posture. Sitting this way, we'll be doing this chant. So what you can do is, once again, you can keep your spectacles off You can sit with your palms facing upward, and I'll just go through the chant. I'll repeat this line by line. You can repeat after me. Okay? First, you repeat after me. Then we'll be going through a certain, with a tune. After that, we'll be doing this together. Is that fine? So you can first fold your left leg. Fold your left leg first. Okay? Right. Now, close your eyes, palms facing upwards. Close your eyes. You can repeat after me. Close your eyes. Brahmananda Swarupa Brahmananda Swarupa Isha Jagadisha Brahmananda Swarupa Isha Jagadisha Akhilananda Swarupa Akhilananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha Brahmananda Swarupa Isha Jagadisha Akhilananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha Brahmananda Swarupa Isha Jagadisha Akhilananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha Brahmananda Swarupa Isha Jagadisha Akhilananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha continue to sit with your eyes closed. We'll do this together now. We'll do this together. Continue to sit with your eyes closed. Together.
Brahmananda Swarupa Isha Jagatisha Akhilananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha 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 Swarupa Isha Jagadisha Akhilananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha Brahmananda 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 Swarupa Isha Jagadisha Akhilananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha Mahesha Swarupa Isha Mahesha Brahmananda Swarupa Isha Jagadisha Akhilananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha.
Continue to sit with your eyes closed. Continue to sit with your eyes closed for about a minute. You can slowly open your eyes. You can stretch your legs, it's okay. Now, how was it when you did the chant? Were you able to feel the vibration within yourself? Or see, these are simple practices, but when you do this on a regular basis, you will notice that, it will bring enormous changes within yourself, especially those who are having, psychological disturbances, emotional instability. Nowadays, this has become a common factor. So, for such people, if you do this simple chants, the Nada Yoga, A, U, Ma, 7 times, you can do this 3 times a day. Similarly, Brahmananda Swarupa chant. This is also a very simple chant, but when you do this regularly, it energizes you in a certain way. 10 minutes. Can you do this? Are these simple practices? Is yoga tough? No, right? Yoga is easy. So, Yoga Namaskar you can do 3 cycles. Then Nada Yoga, Uma, you can do 3 times a day. Brahmananda Swarupa, even once or twice also is fine. Now, these practices, whatever we have learned here, this doesn't demand any empty stomach condition as such. Empty stomach means, if you're having some snacks or breakfast, lunch or dinner, you can give a gap of around 1.5 hours before you do the practice. If at all you want to do the practice after having a meal, you give a gap of 1.5 hours. Okay? And Nada Yoga, Brahmananda Swarupa, even after immediately having your meal, you can do the practice. But the only thing, issue with after having a meal and doing the practices, what happens after having a meal when you sit with your eyes closed? Right? Nada Yoga becomes sleep yoga. So instead of having a meal and doing the practice, it would be best if you can do just before the meal or after giving a certain gap after the meal. Yeah? Psychological disturbances and emotional instability or instability, you can make them stable basically. Yeah? Can you all do this from tomorrow onwards? Or if time permits, today itself, as I mentioned, 3 times a day, anytime, anyway, 1 time we have already done here, so 2nd time or 3rd time you can do on your own. These things are available in the YouTube also. If you just search Yoga Namaskar, they are available. And, Nada Yoga is available, Brahmananda Swarupa is available. You can, if you would like to take the support of this kind of, support, voice support, you can do that. Yeah? How was the session? You enjoyed or boring? At least now you have to say something. Yeah? Okay. Right. So, as I mentioned, if getting any chance in future, please make an attempt to learn these practices and at least, do at least half an hour or 45 minutes for yourself with these practices. That can bring enormous changes within yourself. Yeah? So, Namaskaram all of you, and thank you for joining for this yoga session. And the only request is please continue the practice. That is the only request to all of you, right? Namaskaram. We'll close with the invocation. Now, once again you can hold Brahma Mudra, right palm over the left palm, loosely place in the middle of your lap, spectacle off when we are doing chant. Close your eyes, you can repeat after me. Asato ma sadgamaya Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya Mrityorma amritangamaya Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Slowly open your eyes.
എല്ലാവർക്കും നമസ്കാരം. സത്സംഗീത് പ്രോഗ്രാമിലെ 2-ാം ദിവസത്തെ ആദ്യ പരിപാടി ഇതിപ്പോൾ കഴിഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നു. ഈഷ ഹഠയോഗ ടീച്ചറായ വീണാവദിനിലെ സ്വന്തം അംഗമായ നമുക്കേവർക്കും വളരെ വളരെ പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട ഒരു യോഗാചാര്യൻ തന്നെയാണ് പ്രവീൺ മാഷ്. ജീവിതം കംപ്ലീറ്റ് യോഗയ്ക്ക് വേണ്ടി സമർപ്പിച്ച ഒരു മഹാൻ ആണ് ഇദ്ദേഹം. ടൊയോട്ടോയിൽ ഉയർന്ന ഒരു പദവി അലങ്കരിച്ച് മാസത്തിൽ ഒരുപാട് സമ്പാദിച്ചിരുന്ന ഒരു വ്യക്തിയാണ് ഇദ്ദേഹം. ജപ്പാൻ അങ്ങനെ പുറത്ത് ഒരുപാട് കാര്യങ്ങൾ പുറത്തുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അതിനുശേഷം ബംഗളൂരു വന്നു. അവിടെ തൻ്റെ ജോലി തുടർന്നുകൊണ്ടിരുന്നു. പെട്ടെന്ന് ഉണ്ടായ മാറ്റങ്ങൾ ഈശയിൽ എത്തിപ്പെടാനും അവിടുന്ന് ഒരു തപസ് എന്ന വണ്ണം ഇത്രയും വളരെ ഗംഭീരമായിട്ട്, വളരെ ശാസ്ത്രീയമായിട്ട്, വളരെ സമ്പ്രദായമായിട്ട് യോഗയെ അഭ്യസിച്ച് ഇപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ നമുക്ക് തന്നത് ഒരു ത്രിമധുരം പോലെ, എന്നുവെച്ചാൽ വളരെ ഈസിയാണ് കഴിക്കാൻ. ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള ഒരു ചെറിയൊരു സംഭവം മാത്രമേ നമുക്ക് ഇന്നിപ്പോൾ കിട്ടിയിട്ടുള്ളൂ. പക്ഷേ ഈ ചെറിയ സംഭവത്തിൽ നിന്നും നിങ്ങളുടെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ ഒരുപാട് നല്ല സംഭവങ്ങൾ യോഗ വഴിയിലൂടെ ഉണ്ടാവട്ടെ എന്ന് ഞാൻ വളരെ ആത്മാർത്ഥമായിട്ട് പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു. ആദ്യമേ സൂര്യ നമസ്കാരമോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ശീർഷാസനമോ ഒക്കെ ചെയ്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പിന്നെ ഒരിക്കലും ഇനിയിപ്പോൾ ജീവിതത്തിൽ യോഗ വേണ്ട എന്ന് തോന്നുന്നത് സ്വാഭാവികമാണ്. പക്ഷേ ഇതുപോലെ പോയി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇതിൻ്റെ രുചി ആസ്വദിച്ചിട്ട് എന്തായാലും നമ്മുടെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ നമുക്ക് ഒഴിച്ചുകൂടാൻ പറ്റാത്തൊരു സാധനമാണ് മെഡിസിൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. എന്തെങ്കിലും നമുക്കുണ്ടാവും. പക്ഷേ നമ്മുടെ കൂടെ യോഗ എന്നുള്ള ഒരു മെഡിസിൻ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അത് പാട്ട് പാടുന്നതിലും നമുക്ക് മറ്റുള്ളവരുമായിട്ട് സംവദിക്കുമ്പോഴും ഒക്കെ അത് വളരെ വളരെ പ്രയോജനപ്രദമായിട്ട് അത് ഭവിക്കും. പാട്ട് പാടുന്നതിൻ്റെ കൂടെ കൃത്യമായിട്ട് നമുക്ക് വേണ്ടുന്ന ഒരു കാര്യമാണ് യോഗ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. പാട്ടിന് മാത്രമല്ല, എല്ലാറ്റിനും ഇനി മുമ്പോട്ടുള്ള ഒരു യുഗം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് വിതൗട്ട് യോഗ ഒന്നും ഇല്ല എന്നുള്ളൊരു അവസ്ഥയിലേക്കാണ് ഈ നമ്മുടെ ഈ ലോകം പൊയ്ക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്. ലോകം അല്ല, ജനങ്ങളുടെ ഒരവസ്ഥ. അപ്പോൾ ഇതൊരു ഓണത്തിൻ്റെ ഈ സുദിനത്തിൽ ഇങ്ങനൊരു സംരംഭം നമുക്ക് ഇവിടെ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റി. അതിന് ഇത്രയും പേര് പങ്കെടുത്ത് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും ഞാൻ ആദ്യമായിട്ടൊരു നന്ദി ആശംസിക്കുന്നു. കൂടെ ഇത്രയും നേരം നമ്മുടെ കൂടെ വലിയൊരു സംഭവം നമുക്ക് തന്ന പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട പ്രവീൺ സാറിനെ ഞാൻ വളരെയധികം നന്ദി അറിയിച്ചുകൊള്ളുന്നു. വളരെ തിരക്കിനിടയിലും ഇവിടുത്തെ കാര്യം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ വളരെ സ്വന്തം കാര്യം പോലെ അദ്ദേഹം വിചാരിച്ചിട്ട് ഇവിടെ വരാറുണ്ട് എല്ലായ്പ്പോഴും. അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് ഞാൻ വീണ്ടും വീണാവാദിനിയുടെ സത്സംഗ് പ്രോഗ്രാമിൻ്റെ രീതിയിൽ ഞാൻ അദ്ദേഹത്തെ വളരെ വിനയപൂർവ്വം നന്ദി അറിയിച്ചുകൊള്ളുന്നു. അദ്ദേഹത്തെ പൊന്നാട അണിയിച്ച് നമുക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും വീണ്ടും ഒന്നുകൂടി സ്വാഗതം ചെയ്യാം. നമസ്കാരം.